Here's the part most people miss. A lot of decisions don't fail because they were bad ideas, they fail because they were made for a different version of you. You decide things like, I'll do that in 6 months, I'll revisit it next year, I'll commit when things settle down. And at the time, that makes sense. But 6 months later, you've changed, your standards are different, your energy is different, your priorities are different. So, what looked like a good decision back then when you mentally committed to it no longer fits where you are now. And that's where AI genuinely becomes useful, not as a calculator, but as a mirror. And this matters more once you're no longer deciding from scarcity. When you already have a business that works, when people trust you, when saying yes to the wrong thing doesn't just cost time, it costs focus, energy, and reputation. So at that stage, the question isn't, will it work? It's, does this belong in my life and in my business now? So that's why I'll often run decisions through AI before I commit. Not to get an answer, but to pressure test my thinking. I'll say things like, here's the version of my business or myself that I'm building towards. Very often, here's my strategic plan, or here's my 2026 goals. Here are my non-negotiables. Here's what I'm no longer willing to trade. And then I'll ask, given that, does this decision align to me and does it still make sense? So what comes back is usually clarity, not persuasion. Sometimes it will confirm the decision. Sometimes it will quietly challenge me and say, that was a good decision for you back then. It made sense then. I can see why you made that decision. But now, remember, you're heading in this direction, or this thing has changed. So that's the real leverage with the AI. It helps you unlock these things. So before you lock yourself into decisions that belong to a previous version of your business, a previous version of you, or previous strategic goals, AI helps you make decisions that are aligned to you and your business right now. And when your decisions are aligned with your identity, they tend to feel lighter, cleaner, and easier to stand behind. And that's when you know you're using the tool properly. If this resonates, pay attention to the questions that you're asking AI, not just the outputs that you're getting. Because better questions lead to better alignment, and better alignment leads to better decisions. And that is the compounding that makes your business really, really smooth and easy. And that's where you want to be.